guys, Master here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we're jumping into the legendary Vegeta event to test out the new LR Janemba. I've not really ever tried using a Movie Bosses team for this event because obviously there's no mission for it, and Movie Bosses is a team that I do really like using. I'm a big fan of the Int Broly. I think he's quite underrated. But yeah, I like this team. The team is kind of difficult to build when thinking about long-form events because Movie Bosses definitely need some updates in the sense of there's no real super good support units that can actually hold their own in difficult content. Obviously, AGL Turles eventually getting his EZA is going to be a massive boost for this team. Probably because he's going to become the best leader because he's going to have 160% across the board, most likely. And then, yeah, he's a support unit, so as long as he's good defensively, like this team is going to see a massive boost. Because Broly really needs a really good link partner for him to be like a main feature on this team. Because we're running double Broly leads, but I'm just going to float them off because they get enough supers to build up a reasonable amount of defense by the end of the event. But they just don't have a really strong link partner that is good for this kind of content. Because if we bring either of the LR Brolys in here, either the STR one or the Tech one, like, they're going to be such a huge liability when it comes to the amount of damage that we'll be taking overall. So, LR Janemba has a couple of links here with Vegeta. I guess we should... Who has the best defense currently? Probably Frieza. Oh, wow. Cooler and Frieza are actually very close. If with their links, though, I guess. So, Cooler loses quite a bit. They're about the same. Because, obviously, ideally, as we've talked about in the previous Janemba videos, we want LR Janemba in slot 2 for the first couple of turns, so that we can get his build up before the event starts to get to a point where it's hitting you a little bit too hard for him to not be fully built up. But as you see here, Cooler still good to do take double digit damage, and because he has that chance of additionally from his passive, he's one of those units where it's not the end of the world if you don't get enough orbs to super, because he's still busted out a super attack there. Not bad damage from a super, but we are still early on, so Cooler took the hits so that Janemba could get his build up here. Because this is the thing, like I said, if you're going to take some hits early on, you want to do it in these earlier stages. And then when Janemba is built up, he's going to be very good for the first slot for the rest of the event. So here we definitely will do this. Which Broly is built up already? The friend one. So definitely get mine to get some super attacks off here. And then the friend Broly. I mean, he should be dead by the time the friend Broly has done his attacks. But one thing I do want to test out with this video, because one thing about Janemba, he has some really good link partners on some other teams. But when it comes to Movie Bosses, because he is a Super Janemba, so he can't link up with the STR one or the Int one. Baby Janemba, they have okay links, but he's not on Movie Bosses. And so Tech Janemba, in his Fat Janemba form, he doesn't really have great links with the other Janemba units, especially like he has no key links, for example. So I might, for the first time I think ever in one of these longer events, I might transform Tech Janemba into Super Janemba, because obviously he can't dodge in the last phase, and I believe he loses his guard. I need to double check exactly what he does. It's been so long since I've actually transformed him, but he does at least have type advantage over the phase at the end, so I feel like that could still be somewhat useful, but obviously we will have to see. Let me actually double check right now, because I can't even remember the last time I transformed him. So he does raise attack and defense on super, and then he gets solid attack and defense. He creates rainbows, gets additional attack with 3 or more type orbs and a high chance to dodge. So yeah, he just has solid defense and then raises defense on super. So he's not going to be like a great slot 1 unit. But obviously then, when he's fully built up, that's what we're going to be using the physical LR Janemba as anyway, as our main slot 1 unit. So that should be fine. So what we'll do here, I need to try and make sure the orbs drop down so we can get a get the passive for Tech Janemba at the end here, so we can actually allow Vegeta to super attack, and there we go. Vegeta, allow Cooler to super attack. Don't listen to me, Vegeta, don't super attack me. I mean, you can super attack LR Janemba, I guess. And we got the Rainbow Orbs and the Type Orbs for Tech Janemba, so he's actually going to tank reasonably well at the end as well. My Tech Janemba is full level 10 links, he only has 1 dupe. Obviously, the Janemba, LR Janemba is, I say brand new. Most of his links are actually at like 4, 5, and 6 now, which is pretty good. But obviously, he is 55% for me. tanking away very nicely in the middle slot. The one thing I do need to pay attention to, which I keep forgetting, is of course if Janemba additional attacks in either of his first 2 turns in that middle slot, that means his passive will be fully built up already, and then we can switch him over into slot 1. But I haven't actually been paying attention to see if he additional at all. So I'm sure someone can let me know in the comments if he did, but since I didn't actually see and won't see the comments until later, I guess we're going to have to keep him in slot 2 on the next turn just to make sure. So, yeah, that is, I guess, one of the irritating things about his design, as we've said in the previous videos and everything. As I've said, I don't think he's a perfect unit. I just think he's better than people give him credit for. But, yeah, that is something you have to pay attention to. If you want to get his full build up as quickly as possible and then move him into slot 1, you need to make sure you're paying attention for when he does additionals and stuff. But I guess most of you won't be, recording a video and trying to do commentary at the same time, so it's probably a little bit easier to remember when stuff like that happens. But so, oh, look at this. This is the perfect turn to still have Cooler in slot 1, and then Broly will be fine defensively in the final slot. Although, unfortunately, these guys not having the best key... Well, they do have shocking speed, but it's the only key link they share. So the orbs here, very unfortunate. Look at this. We just needed one more, or like one more physical orb, and we could have actually got the super with Cooler. But we'll do this. Perfect. Leaves all these open for you. And then, why not, we'll just grab in orbs with the friend Broly. Because Broly, because we're fighting a pure Saiyan, not only is he building up his defense quite quickly, but he does have the damage reduction as well. And it does get better after he supers, which, of course, being a unit that's in slot 3, he's only ever going to get hit after super attacking. Plus, he gives himself a load of ki as well. Like, we're pretty much never going to have a turn where he doesn't super attack at least once. So, very, very good. But Janemba will be fully built up now. So, obviously, guarding away against type disadvantage, just taking double-digit damage. And then, what's Broly going to do at the end? He's up to 2.5 already. He's only going to have, like, Fierce Battle, I think, with Janemba. I'll double-check what links they share. But, obviously, they don't have, like, a crazy synergistic link set. But both Broly's, mine and the friend, are Rainbow Full Level 10 links. So, obviously, as you see, he's able to hold his own in the last slot here. And then we get the transformation into third form Frieza. So this Frieza rotation, obviously very powerful. I brought this to be the secondary rotation just so I didn't then have to worry about them taking tons of damage or whatever. So this should connect all the blues if we get these for Janemba. Yep, there we go. So Janemba gets his support buff and the damage reduction. So Golden Frieza, whilst he does hit okay for a tank, he's probably not going to be finishing off Vegeta here. But transforming Frieza is going to be able to come in and do that in the second slot with the buff from Fat Janemba. So what are we looking at here for hit? 5.5. Pretty good. Obviously mine is Rainbow Full Level 10 links. Crit as well for the 4 mil. So yeah, see, I really do love the movie bosses team, but man, if that Turles Easy A is like a defensive beast, then the rotation of like him and the LR Turles is just going to be so much fun to run. I probably should save the cluster of orbs for Cooler so we know we can super attack with him. Let's do this. Because, yeah, now we've had Janemba just floating around as a support unit, but now we'll get him onto this turn with the LR Janemba and transform him. I mean, I guess we could leave him untransformed. I'll have a look at the link set. It's just the fact that the links that they share when Tech Janemba is still as the Fat Janemba, it's just, nothing exciting. It's like 1 or 2 links, and it's nothing too great. But yeah, God Vegeta, super attacking LR Janemba. Still took 76k, but with no item active. It's not got a great amount of links active here. Plus, remember, I've mentioned this in all the Janemba videos so far, but mine is 55% and his links aren't leveled up. So obviously, if Big Bad Bosses was at level 10, because we've been very consistently staying at a high amount of HP throughout this run. Like, it's been going very well. The movie bosses team is still very powerful, but yeah, we haven't really had Big Bad Bosses active with him all that much. So both his attack stats and his defense are going to be better once he is full level 10 links. He obviously is on the link level team. I'm trying to get him done as quickly as possible. But alright, so as long as Frieza doesn't get supered in the middle here, we should be okay. So let's go ahead and grab this. We don't even need to necessarily get a load of orbs for Frieza because he gets ki from attacking a super type enemy. And then we can grab all of these. This should put us in a good position to finish off God Vegeta without having to use the Dokkan attack, because hopefully we'll finish him off this turn, especially if the transforming Frieza gets a crit. There's Golden Frieza putting in his end of the effort, getting a crit. Let's go. See, Golden Frieza not taking double digits is indicative of how hard this Vegeta hits you. Sadly, no crit. Didn't super hit. The super on Frieza there would have actually been really bad without an item active. But Broly, of course, going to have very high defense and damage reduction. If he gets enough supers off, he might finish him off. If we get some crits. Come on, Vegeta. Come on, Broly. Finish off Vegeta. You got at least one more super attack in you. Come on. No crit. But we get the third super. Oh, he dodged. I was going to say, even if it didn't crit, I feel like that probably was going to be enough to finish him off. So that is a little bit disappointing. But alright, yeah. So when we finally get these two together, yeah, they share Metamorphosis and Fierce Battle. They would share Big Bad Bosses, because at least he does have that when he's untransformed. But if we go ahead and... Wait, we can't... Do we have to be... I haven't even transformed him in how long? Why can't I transform with him? 5 or more times in battle. Wait, has he not received 5 attacks? Oh, because he's been in slot 3 all the time. Nice. You think I would have looked into this a bit more closely before I started recording, but, you know. So I guess he's not going to be transforming maybe throughout the entire event. We'll see. But, I mean, at least getting the support buff. What is Janemba at defensively here? It's still 2.5. Well, 2.5. Yeah. I got so confused then. 250,000. He doesn't have any sort of like raising on super attack effect or whatever, but 4 million attack. I'm just getting over the end of my illness arc. But apparently my brain is still a bit fuzzy. But LR Janemba finishing off God Vegeta, and we can go on to Super Saiyan Blue. This is the turn where we get a guaranteed crit with Frieza as well, so I might use an... Can we get the Dokkan attack this turn? I think we are. Because I think what I might do is put him in slot 1. Fire up a Whis here, and then yeah, we'll just grab all of these. Dokkan attack, which will be a guaranteed crit from this Frieza. So yeah, this is going to be a strong turn, and even if he super attacks Broly at the end, see, there you go. Item definitely a good choice, because how much is this going to do? 100k, so actually we would have survived without the Whis active. Frieza tanking a little bit better than I gave him credit for, apparently, without even having a support unit in slot 3, so very nice. Very slow Dokkan mode. So what is our boy at here? 5 million attack stat. He's going to get a guaranteed crit. We hit all the nodes, so we get the full damage multiplier for the Dokkan attack. So what is he going to do here damage-wise? 6.5 mil, that's pretty good. But look how much health Vegeta has. That's only 3 health bars taken off 6.5 million damage. That's crazy. Yeah, see that tiny chunk that Golden Frieza takes out. But Broly at the end here, he's up to 2.5. We can use his active skill. Because not only does it give him the buff, I believe it gives him the effective against all types for 1 turn. So against the physical one, that is obviously going to allow us to do a bit more damage. Probably should have thought about that at the start of the turn. But it's going to be a big damage boost against the final stage as well. So there's no like right turn to use it. But of course, being in a type disadvantage situation like this, we're not doing big damage unless we get crits with him. So okay, so we can get all of these rainbow orbs, physical orbs for you. And then go ahead and get... So we can only get the... We can get the support or the damage reduction. So we'd have to get the support. And then let's go ahead and use Broly's active skill, actually. And make sure we finish off physical Vegeta this turn. Yeah, Broly's active skill is still very cool. Alright, so then he can go off in the last slot here if Vegeta is still alive. I was going to say, if he super attacks this turn, we kind of want him to super attack Janemba. So how much is he taking from this? 1,000 damage. There you go. That's pretty solid. 4.6 mil on the attack stat. Hopefully the Janemba combo doesn't actually finish him off here, because I want Tech Janemba to take some hits. So we can actually get him to transform. I want to see him attack. I can't even remember the last time I transformed him, like I said. So I want to see his super attack animation. So we might as well transform him against Blue Evolution Vegeta since he has type advantage. So I think it will be a fun experiment. But now he's taking a bunch of hits. There's no way he took, what, 4? There's no way he didn't take one other one up to this point, right? Well, I guess we're going to find out on the next rotation. But Broly, come on, give me those additionals. This is the worst time to get the bad RNG, is on the turn where you use the active skill. Only 1 super and 2 normals. That is super unfortunate. But that does leave us in a good spot here, because there's no way we don't finish him off this turn. And then that moves us into the final phase against AGL Blue Evolution Vegeta, and we can transform our Tech Janemba, make use of all of those links in that rotation. And that is going to be very, very good. So just need our transforming Frieza here. 6.45, because I think he picks up 1 or 2 extra links from Physical Cooler that he doesn't share with Golden Frieza. So very nice, finishing him off, and now we are into the last stage. And is this the Broly that still has his active skill? It is. Alright, so like I said, can't remember the last time I saw this. Let's go ahead and transform Janemba. I love that little cut-in bit that comes in. It looks so goofy. But yeah, alright, now we got the Janemba boys on rotation. And now look at that, that's much better. So, what does he need to get in terms of orbs again? So, he gets attack 40% with 3 or more type orbs, and then a high chance to dodge, doesn't matter anyway. So, he just needs to get 3 type orbs. Alright, that's fine. So that means we can still, we're still fine to get a nice big cluster of orbs with LR Janemba. We'll get the 3 type orbs, there we go. And then grab in orbs from, should have used Broly's active skill too. But, well, we're not going to finish him off this turn even if we do, so we'll save it for next time, I guess. But, yeah, tanking for double-digit damage, 4.4 million attack stat, pretty decent. Man, I just need that big bad bosses to get to level 10, and then it's going to be even more fun to use. So, final flash against Janemba. Oh! How about no? Nice. 50% chance to counter the Key Blast super attacks. Look at that. Perfect timing. LR Janemba just says no to Blue Evolution Vegeta. And yeah, see, the tech one's able to tank his attacks for double-digit damage. I feel like he would survive a super if we were at full health, but hopefully that situation won't come up. But yeah, I feel like this team put on a pretty strong performance here. The Brolys have been fine for the most part in slot 3. A little bit of unfortunate RNG with the supers. At least we got a double super from this one this turn. We still got his active skill to use next time he comes around. So I think at that point we will be finishing off this Vegeta. Because, yeah, this has been a pretty solid run so far for the Movie Bosses team. And now, of course, the Freezers just have type advantage. So you don't need to worry about them taking any damage now. Gonna do this. And then, yeah, we can drop down all of these green ones together. So, yeah, this last part's going to be very, very easy, considering these Freezers have type advantage. Even if he super attacks transforming Frieza. Oh, well. I mean, super attacking Golden Frieza is basically just like throwing your super attack away here. Because it still does 42k, but yeah, that's it's not really a lot, is it? He dodges Golden Frieza. He wasn't happy about that. So, dodge Golden Frieza. This Golden Frieza still able to hit. Wow, okay, he's really not happy this turn. So the dodge is coming out thick and fast here. Doesn't dodge Broly though. Broly's almost up to 3 mil. Obviously nothing too crazy, but we are using him as an off-rotation unit that doesn't have a lot of his links active. So he's still doing all right over here. Get the extra super for him as well. So next time he supers, he'll be up to 3 mil. Again, nothing crazy, but it's not really designed to be used as a third slot floating unit. But as the Movie Boss's leader that we're using, it's his best role on this particular setup. So, alright, so we can get 9 orbs for you. Full 24 key super. And then we get make sure we get the 3 type orbs for you. So you can get the attack buff and then physical orbs for you. So this should be a pretty solid turn overall in terms of damage. 4.5 basically for LR Janemba again. Pretty solid. I feel like every time he's on rotation, I just want to say, like, I can't wait for Big Bad Bosses to be at level 10, because he's going to be so good. Do we finish him off this turn? Maybe if this Janemba... Oh, well, definitely not now. I was going to say, maybe if he double supers, which he did. So that's a double attack and defense raise for this turn as well. Man, if he had dodged that first one, this would be a very strong turn from the Janembas. Of course, even Tech Janemba, mine has one dupe, of course, but his damage output is nothing too crazy. How much is this going to do? We got double defense raise. Wow, 191k. That's actually quite a bit more than I expected. We should have enough HP. Yeah, we still got enough HP for Golden Frieza's passive to be active, though, so we're not in any trouble here. And then let's go ahead and use the other Broly's active skill, and then this will be the final turn to finish off Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. As long as he doesn't dodge everyone again, of course. But yeah, let me know what teams you guys have taken into this event that aren't just for missions. I did a Heroes run, which was a lot of fun. I do still very much enjoy the Heroes team. And yeah, Movie Bosses I thought would be another fun team to try out the event with. So we don't need to use an item here, do we? Because we did have our... We had all of our passives and everything active, so we're all good. But yeah, let me know what other teams you've tried out, because Corroded Body and Mind was one I was thinking about, because obviously the Goku event mission for it is quite difficult, but I feel like that team really does still need some pretty significant buffs. Of course, he dodges this Golden Frieza. But as long as he doesn't dodge Broly too much here, then Broly should finish him off. He is attacking a lot of... Wow, yeah, 4.5. Nice big attack buff from his active skill. So I think this might actually take him out, especially if we crit. Ooh, close. And he didn't dodge the second one, so there you go. That's going to be all she wrote for Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. So that was LR Janemba on the Movie Bosses team, taking on the legendary Vegeta event. So let me know what you guys think down below, and like I said, let me know any other category teams that you've taken into this event just for fun runs, and if there's any you want to see me do. I do like doing these runs on the Vegeta event with different teams, so let me know down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.